Neuroscience explains how we behave, but not why our systems still fail us. The ACC, the anterior cingulate cortex, features on page 20 of CRIPFCnt, Taking Psychology to the People. A neuroscience finding, yes, but for CRIPFCnt, it's more than that. A recalibration signal, a mirror to consciousness, a path out of the loop. You know the drill: brain scans, dopamine spikes, studies on grit and growth. Neuroscience tracks habits and hormones, sure. But in CRIPFCnt, I'm chasing a deeper question. Who structured the grid you're performing in? Here's the thing. Neuroscience wants to optimize individuals for success, inside the same old system. But CRIPFCnt doesn't just optimize, it restructures the very system you're being optimized for. We ask the deeper question. What if the system itself needs feedback? What if it's not your mindset that's broken, but your structural placement? That's not a diagnosis. That's design thinking at civilization scale. Welcome to CRIPFCnt, featuring neuroscience. One maps behavior, the other structures civilization. Think of Andrew Huberman teaching performance science. Now picture CRIPFCnt structural authorship. Neuroscience is technically technical, CRIPFCnt is systemic, technically. Let's break this down. Success isn't just talent plus grit. It's talent, grit, unconscious structural placement, and scale. Even neuroscience misses the invisible placements, the advantages you never see, but that shape everything. CRIPFCnt says every decision is a 64 factorial moment, a 90-digit elasticity of choice. But the grid loops us into these 4-2-1 cycles every time, no matter where you started. That's the Collatz Conjecture. And that's exactly what the grid does. School, hustle, motivation, struggle. You thought you were going somewhere, but you were already in the loop. Sophisticated, yes, but ultimately predetermined. I see brilliant minds, Dr. Rachel Barr, Andrew Huberman, Dr. Jordan Peterson, but they're still contained, interviewed by the grid, not confronting the structure itself. No placement, no recalibration, just repetition. Case study, the book recommendation. Take, for example, the book Andrew Huberman recommended, The Courage to be Disliked, by Ikiro Kishimi and Fumitake Koga. It reflects a key structural pattern that CRIPFCnt has already identified and audited. CRIPFCnt audit, The Courage to be Disliked. SQY score, 29 points out of 100. Structural contribution versus negative externalities. The premise draws on Adlerian psychology, emphasizing personal agency, freedom from past trauma, and the ability to choose happiness. But here's the thing, CRIPFCnt doesn't oppose neuroscience, it places it. I respect the data, but I restructure the frame. Neuroscience is a tool. CRIPFCnt is the architect. So here's my challenge. Read CRIPFCnt, then return to neuroscience. Let structure place your science. CRIPFCnt, Taking Psychology to the People. Not a motivational book, not a self-help manual, a structural recalibration tool for civilization. Welcome to the Traboblis of Recalibration for Civilization Transcendence by Donald Mataranyika, author of CRIPFCnt, Taking Psychology to the People and the Last Human Job, featuring the 8 human dominances in the visibility era, incorporated by CRIPFCnt, Resources Limited Global.